watching this, you've heard about the law of attraction. I bet you've even used the law of attraction from time to time. Yet there are times when you think you're applying it and you're just bumping up against this place where it seems like it's not working. You've read about it, you've studied it, you've even taken programs, but why does it not work consistently? Today, I want to help dispel 3 myths about the law of attraction. If you want more information about how to get into my upcoming masterclass, where I go much deeper into the effective use of the law of attraction and my training notes, so you can have this written out for yourself, put the word law in the comment section. We will make sure that we get that information to you. And if you're appreciating what you're hearing, drop some thumbs up and some amens and some comments in the comment section. So we know that this is resonating with you and this is serving you. So it is my joy to be your partner in believing. My name is Felicia Searcy, and I'm seeing some amazing people rolling in. So we have Emily and Bridget and Apostle Tamar. So wonderful to have you all here, whether you're watching this live or watching the replay. So let's jump into this. Again, you've studied the law of attraction. You've learned about the law of attraction. You've even, quote, used it. I love that when people tell me, well, I know about the law of attraction. I used it to manifest my house or my car or my dream job or my dream mate. And so why does it not work consistently? Why doesn't it seem like it works sometimes but doesn't work other times? It can be the most frustrating, exasperating thing because you have a sense of what's possible, but you've just not been able to unlock that power for you. Why is that? Where's the breakdown? Where's the disconnect? Well, what I want to do is help you today understand the 3 of the myths that are circulating out there that really keep people from understanding what is it to truly work with the law of attraction. And I want to keep saying the law of vibration, and I'm going to talk about this here in a second, because the law of attraction is actually a secondary law to the law of vibration. So, as I said, if you want more information about coming into my masterclass, which is coming up soon, and you want my training notes in order for you to have these written out, put the word law in the comment section, and my team and I will make sure that we get that to you. So let's dispel myths. Myth number 1, I have a vision board. I look at my vision board. Isn't that enough? Well, no, it's not. A vision board is wonderful. I know lots of people go to vision board workshops. You're digging through pictures. You see pictures of things that you would love, and you have fun cutting them out and posting them on this board. And you might even put the board someplace where you can see it. It's a wonderful activity and it's a wonderful step. I do not want to diminish the power of a vision board. It just doesn't go far enough. Here's the thing, as I shared just a little bit ago, the law of attraction is actually a secondary law to the law of vibration. If you go back to the fundamental understanding of how we create our results, you realize that we're a ball of energy. Everything is energy. Everything vibrates. That vibration has a frequency to it. The frequency then is what becomes the attractive force. Think of the law of attraction. What you're actually attracting is the effect of the vibration. So when you think about the law of attraction, you think about what's in my world. That's what you have physically attracted. It is a reflection of what your current vibration, your current frequency is. So you're always vibrating. You always have a frequency. You have a signature frequency. It's what I call your energetic signature. It's a perfect match for who you currently are and what you've currently created. The things on your vision board are the things that you desire. If you go back, if you've been following my lives at all, you will hear me teach repetitively that the purpose of your dream is to grow you into an even greater version of who you are. So effectively what you're doing is you're raising your vibration. You know, I hear people say, I just have to raise my vibration. I just have to raise my vibration. As if you're flipping a switch and you're raising your vibration. When you talk about raising your vibration, what you're actually doing is increasing your awareness of who you really are and your deeper sense of worthiness and deserving. And you are literally increasing your capacity to allow a greater degree of abundance to flow through your system, to come to you. It's like you're preparing yourself to be able to receive what you desire. So what a vision board does is that as you look at your vision board, in the moment, your vibration is raised, right? Your frequency is raised because you feel good. A vision board causes you to feel good. Where it falls short is that it by itself, it is not a tool that will cause you to deepen your relationship and your relatedness to those things that are on that vision board. For you to be able to literally see who you've become in order to be the man or the woman who has allowed those things into your life, that you've attracted those things into your life. So a vision board is a piece of learning how to truly work with the law of vibration, the law of attraction. As you work with your vision board and you literally write out your vision. So one of the things that I do when I'm working with people, and Mary, you and I got a conversation coming up here in a couple of days where I think it's tomorrow, where I get to put my hands on you and your vision. That one of the things that I work with people is knowing how to physically write your vision out. So you are painting a picture with words of a life that you would love. The more detailed you are and the more you're able to see yourself in that picture, and it's not something out here that you're hoping to obtain, but that you're literally living in the picture in your mind and you've put it down on words, the more you literally put that on in terms of an identification and a relatedness, you're relating to it before your facts give you permission, the more you're now vibrating at the frequency of the person who created that life. And most importantly, you're seeing yourself as the man or the woman who grew into being the match for that new result. So it's one of the things that I've come to understand, and Judy, it's so good to see you. I'm thrilled to have you here, Judy Matejczak. Judy's got a brilliant understanding of these laws. One of the things that I've come to deeply appreciate, and I'm very grateful for, is my willingness to stay in containers of deeply calibrated teaching, and to put people around me who have access to my thinking so they can hear me when I'm drifting away from the frequency that's a match for what it is that I am seeking to bring into form. It's so seductive. That gravitational pull that you will hear me talk about often is so insidious that we don't even know that we're back in to the same way of thinking, the same way of vibrating, the same way of relating that created our current results. So you can go buy a vision board and let the vision board cause you to feel good, and in that moment see yourself living that life. It is a powerful piece. And in addition, you want a very clear written out vision where you have pictures with words, where you begin to see yourself in the picture, and then you're on a moment by moment basis, you're causing yourself to think from that image, and you see yourself in that image as you're driving your car, brushing your teeth, fixing your toddler's phone, whatever you're doing, you're mastering the ability to relate to the man or the woman who created that result in your daily routine now. This isn't something that's happening out there. It's something that's happening in here. And you're doing it now before your facts give you permission. This is what I'm saying. It's why so few people, Bob Proctor, who I've studied with personally as well, puts the statistic that 4% of the population, now think about that, out of the 7 billion people on the planet, 4% of the population learn how to master being the person before your facts give you permission. Now, you don't have to do it perfectly. You be more on than off. But you come to recognize what it would feel like if you had the money in your bank account, or the best-selling book on your shelf, or you're curling up with your beloved in bed, that each night, that there's an energetic signature that matches that result. And there's a whole process. It's way more than what I can get into this live right now, or even in lives. But there's a whole process of coming to that place of deep familiarity with that man or woman who created that result. And you have 100% capability of coming to know the feeling, the images, and what it is to walk in the world, excuse me, as the man or the woman that created that result. But again, and a vision board absolutely can help, but it just doesn't go far enough. It's just not enough to really cause you to zip yourself into the skin of the man or the woman who created that result consistently. Again, Mary, while you're in conversations with customers, or as I'm looking down the list here, Emily, when you're with your adorable little girl, I want to say Lily is her name, but she wants to go by her real name now. I saw that post that you did on Facebook. Bridget, as you're navigating, where you are in terms of your employment, being the women, as I spoke to you 3 women, that are living your desired life now and coming to know what it feels like in your body, the vibration. Remember, the law of attraction is a secondary law to the law of vibration. The only thing the universe can do is organize according to the pattern that you're giving it by your predominant habitual thought and identity. The world cannot do, the universe cannot organize any differently than the identity that you're living and moving and having being. This means you are habituating a new degree of ease. You are habituating a new sense of well-being. There's a vibration to those energy patterns. And as you come to deeply relate to your vision and relate to the person living your vision, you build a new habit of what it is to live and move and have being in the world as the men and the women who've created those results. So I've got a vision board. Why isn't it working? Simply because it's not enough. It's not enough. So if you're ready for a new habit, put new habit in the comment section. And if you want my notes and to know when the masterclass is coming up, put the word law, because we're talking about the law of attraction today in this live broadcast, in the comment section, and we will make sure that we get that to you. All right, myth number 2. If I'm really supposed to be doing this, it should be easy. I wish that were so. I wish that were the case. And I'm not saying that it always has to be hard. Please hear me. I am not saying that it always has to be difficult. But here's the deal. Remember, the purpose of your dream is to grow you into an even greater version of who you're created to be. You're stepping into new territory of, unexplored possibilities and new actions. You're doing things differently. I think it was Rena Mae Brown who once said, you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. It's called insanity. When you have a desire, you have a dream, and it's beyond your vision board, but you have physically written out scenarios that are brand new to you. Let me go back to that piece. The power of that is that the more specific the scenario is of something beyond anything that you've ever done before, that specific scenario is going to wake the disbelief up. And you want that disbelief to wake up because there's your growing edge. So the very fact that you're waking up doubt and disbelief means that you're going to be doing some things that you've never done before. You don't know how to do those things. And sometimes when we step into new territory, new initiatives, it can feel hard, number one, because it's not all gonna just unfold right before your eyes in a perfectly ordered way that, it's, as you're learning anything, there's a sense of awkwardness in the beginning. There's a sense of, let me build this new muscle. When you rode a bike, you either had training wheels or you fell a couple times. And even after you took the training wheels off, you were still wobbling. You weren't pretty when you were beginning to learn how to ride a bike because you hadn't trained those muscles yet. And so it felt awkward. It felt uncomfortable. There was that part of you that caught your breath, wondering if you were going to fall and, one of you are going to end up with banged up elbows and skinned knees. But nevertheless, the desire to learn how to ride a bike overrode the fear of falling off of that bike. It's the same thing with this. You're stepping into new territory. You're stepping into a new possibility for yourself. It requires you to build different muscles of skills, a different capacity to allow a greater degree of good. It requires you to trust in something beyond anything that you've ever trusted for yourself before. If you're going to do it differently, that means you have to build a trust in that different way before your facts give you evidence. It's one of the reasons why, again, I stay surrounded by people that are much further down the path than I am. And I give them access to my thinking because they help me grow my trust in my dream before I've honed my skill set or my believing, so I can keep my feet moving forward in the face of discomfort or awkwardness. And then just as with anything, right, it becomes easier because you've honed the skill, you've built the believing, and you've built the identity. Now, where this becomes easier, this is when it becomes easier, is when you've learned to trust the process, that you understand that when there's a desire that's waking up inside of you, you understand, you realize that it is life itself seeking a richer, freer, fuller expression. And rather than shrinking away and saying, oh my gosh, what am I going to lose? What if I don't know how to do it? Who do I think I am? What if it all goes away? What if I do this and it all goes away? Poof, it all goes away. The more you live consistently working with intentionally, and I'm going to address this here in a second, intentionally working with the law of attraction, the more you come to embrace the awkwardness, the uncomfortableness, because you understand it's part of the process. It's the resistance to the new and the fear of trusting the process is what makes it hard. And when we don't see the results right away, that's what makes it hard, because we've made some story up in our head around what we think this means. When you really come to have a much greater appreciation and deeper understanding of how this law works, you deepen your trust in it, and you're able to recognize when things are moving along, even though they may not be doing it at the rate that you want them to, but you're able to see the different pieces of evidence that, in fact, things are moving in the direction that you want. And you're able to accommodate and support yourself in that uncomfortable place when you're trying on something new. So let's dispel myth number 2, that if I were really supposed to do this, it should be easy. Not necessarily. And I can say this, the more you learn this system of transformation, the more you come to trust the system of transformation, the more willing you become to step into something new, the more you're able to trust this invisible force that's at work in your life, and the easier it really does become. I can tell you today that the amount of time it takes me to think something and bring it into manifestation, not everything. I mean, I got a couple key areas in my life that there's a part of me that's wanting to say, oh, why is this taking so long? It's like, because there's something in me that's not matching up. It's just pure and simple. The law works the way the law works. And the more I deepen my own understanding of how this law works, and the more I put my faith in the system of the law and knowing that I have full capability to work with this law intentionally, the more time collapses between idea into manifestation. So if you're down for, what do I want to say here? So in the comment section, comment with, I'm in, no matter what, I'm in. To ground for yourself that even in those times when it can feel hard, that you have a dream that you're in for. You have a dream that you're in for. And if you want more information about my upcoming masterclass and you want my specific training notes, put the word law in the comment section and we will make sure that we get that to you. Yay, Mary, I do know that you're in. Yes, that's a quotable, Beth, that we're waking up, my dream wakes up my disbelief. So if you want to hashtag your ultimate life now and either post that or put that on Instagram, that would be great. Yes, Mary, you are so in. You are so in, Mary. I've watched you in. And Judy, that's a great question. Does this have to do with the law of gestation? And here's the thing about the law of gestation. The law of gestation is however long it takes in order for us to become a match for it, right? If the law is the law is the law, oftentimes I'll hear people say, well, you know, the universe just doesn't want me to have it yet. That's like saying the universe doesn't want me to be fed right now when I'm hungry. The minute, I am so grateful for the handyman-ness, that's a word, it is now because I said it, of my husband, and I watch him put things together. So in particular, when he's wiring things for electricity in our house, like yesterday he changed the light in my bathroom. The instant the right wires came together and he flipped the switch, the light came on. He didn't need to do anything more special than bring the wires together the way that they were supposed to be wired together and flip the switch. When we're ready and there's a sustained vibration of readiness, that we've matched the frequency of our desired outcome, the universe must organize accordingly. It's law. So there's not some outside gestation happening outside of me. It's the work in me to become a vibrational match for it. All right, so I hope that served. I've got one more myth that we're going to dispel. But again, if you want my teaching notes and want more information about my upcoming masterclass, put the word law in the comment section. All right, finally, number 3. Now, I've not heard people actually say these words, but there's an inference about I get to decide when I work the law of attraction. Now, what does this sound like in conversation? This is what it sounds like in conversation. When people will say things to me like, well, I know about the law of attraction. I used it to attract my house, spouse, job, car, fill in the blank. I love it when people say to me, I used it back in 1995, or I used it a couple years ago to do this. In that moment, those words are an indicator to me that this person doesn't have a clear understanding about the law of attraction. Here's the deal that I want you to hear about the law of attraction. You are always using it. We're always using it. We cannot turn we go back to what I talked about earlier about being an energetic, having an energetic signature. You can't turn your frequency off. You're always vibrating at a level. You're always sending a signal out to this invisible field that is generative, creative, responsive, and this invisible field organizes according to the predominant pattern at which you're vibrating, your frequency, your energetic signature, and your results reflect accordingly. So my mentor, Mary Morrissey, says repetitively, absent an intelligent design, it can only do what it's done before. What's the intelligent design? Absent an intelligent design. What's the intelligent design? It's your vision. Your vision, very clear, specific, where you are literally seeing yourself moving in those images, and you're identifying yourself as the man or the woman living into those images. That's the intelligent design. You think about intelligence. Intelligence means that you're learning something new, that you're increasing your awareness and your knowledge. Otherwise, it's habit. Once it's habituated, you don't need intelligence to work a habit. Your intelligence causes you to think into new information and to integrate that information, correct? Are y'all following me with this? So absent an intelligent design, intelligent means that you are thinking into new possibilities and you're integrating those new possibilities into your beingness. Absent that intelligent design, the only thing the energy can do is organize according to the habit. It's organized according to the habit. So you're either thinking from a vision that lights you up, or you're thinking from a habit vision, but you always have a vision. You can't turn this remarkable imaginative capacity off. So you're either directing it intentionally with images that you love, and you're vibrating with those images, right? And lots of my lives, I go into much deeper detail with this, and this is the kind of stuff that I go into in my masterclass that's coming up that you can enroll in with the word law. But you're always mentally rehearsing something. That mental rehearsal is signaling with a vibration. There's a frequency to it. That's what you're emitting to this field. You're either vibrating from the same level of frequency that created your current results, or you're vibrating from an intelligent new image of a life that you would love, a life that you dream about. So you can't pick and choose when you're going to work with the law of attraction, which is why so few people really move into this quantum leap place of building out this life that you absolutely love, and you sustain it. Because once you reach there, you're not done. Now the universe is inviting you into a whole nother level of possibility, which means here's a new image, because that new intelligent design now has become your habit. And so the universe is saying, let's move you into something even more expansive. And this is what I go back to in myth number 2, where it says, if it's this is what I'm supposed to have, why isn't it easy? As you understand this process, then it really does become easy, because you're not resisting the new dream that's knocking at the door of your heart. All right, so the 3 myths. Number 1, vision board. I have a vision board. Is that enough? No, a vision board is not enough. It doesn't go far enough to really help you work with the images. Number 2, what was number 2? If I'm supposed to do this, it should be easy. You're stepping into new territory, so there's going to be some discomfort. And there's that gravitational pull back to the familiar that's wanting to fight you. But the more you understand law and really apply it very specifically to your vision, the easier it really does become. And number 3, I get to pick and choose when I use the law of attraction. You're living from that state when you hear yourself saying, well, I use the law of attraction to attract my husband. You're always using the law of attraction. Let's now help you learn how to work with it with a new intelligent design, which is your vision, So you're working with it consciously, intentionally, in order to create a life that you love. All right, so next week we're coming at a different time. Watch your bot messenger to find out what the time is, because I will be traveling next Tuesday. If you want more information about the masterclass that's coming up, or you want my training notes, put the word law in the comment section. We will make sure that we get that to you. And listen to this a couple of times, particularly the piece around knowing that you're always broadcasting something. I think underlying everything that I'm sharing with you today, that piece is key. When you really understand that you're always broadcasting something, and you really do have the power to generate images that absolutely bring you alive, that reflect the life of your dreams, and learn how to let those images be the strongest signal in your mind. Now you're learning how to work with this energy where you are collapsing time between idea into form, and you truly are creating out a life that you love. My name is Felicia Searcy. It is my joy to be your partner in believing. I want to back up because I thought I saw something from Mary. Mary, where'd you go? I could have sworn I saw. Oh, I trust the invisible source. That is my source to clear out all the flaws of 7. Yes, beautiful, Mary. And the thing I want to support you with that affirmation, your vision is the affirmation. You don't have to go digging for those blocks. And I know you know this, and this is what we've been working with, but the clearer you are, and you do beautifully at this, the more you work with your vision, the more the blocks are going to show up. You're activating your disbelief. And you have done, especially, oh my gosh, working with you this past year has been, at the level that you opt in for, has been a dream. And I am so looking forward to continuing that process as you raised your hand and said, I want to keep this going. I'm just thrilled. So, all right. Law, if you want more information about the masterclass and get my training notes, and watch your bot messenger. I will be going live on Labor Day. I'll get the, on your messenger, you'll get the time. So come in for that. It is my joy to be your partner in believing. My name is Felicia Searcy. Mwah! Love each and every one of you. God bless.